another video, and it's a do-it-yourself. So I'm installing a ring, and I am gonna show you all the materials and things you are going to need. Now, things that are not ring related, you need an extension cord if you are using a drill that is not cordless. I have a cordless drill, but I've been told that this is not gonna do the job. So if this fails, I have a drill with a cord that is courtesy of my father, and a wrench that he gave me that is two-sided, pretty cool. Has a flathead, I believe it's called, and a screwdriver, which is very handy. I need one of those in my box. Now, these are some added pieces for this drill that I can use, but for this project in particular, I actually ended up not even needing it. So what a waste. Not really a waste of money, but you know. I have a permanent marker for the holes where I'll be drilling to mark the holes, and this piece is from Bosch. It's for concrete drilling. Now, the drill bit that they gave me in the ring wasn't a strong enough material to get through the concrete. That's for like indoor stuff, which is fine. So, you know, you learn as you go. So this is by Bosch. And that's the piece there. Now, this is cordless, and it's already been charged and ready to go overnight. How you take it out, you hold this down. I'm trying not to break a nail. Let me use mine. It has a light, so you can also aim better, also, I feel like, or just be able to see. But you press this down, take it out, and they give you 2 of these. So maybe if you lose one, or if one stops working, you have backup. Boom. There is that. And I have this cordless one, this one that has a cord, also by Craftsman. Pretty darn cool. It's super heavy, so no one can really hold it unless you're like super strong. Up straight and do a project for too long. It's just not realistic. So this little piece I got, it came with it. So all I did was, they came separate, and I guess this helps with leveling, or just, you know, seeing how far into the wall you want to go. Okay, I'm just realizing that, because what I was going to do was take some colored tape and measure it up with the piece that I'm going to be adding, and put the tape where it stops, so I know not to go any further into the wall than the tape. And that's a way that I've noticed some people are doing, but I guess that's what this is for. So this might be better for when I need to use it. I might just end up just using this first, but I want to go ahead and see how this works first to see which one is better. But I know this will get the job done faster, but it might be a little bit too powerful for me. So we will see. Now this piece goes into here, and it helps you to hold it better, which is pretty awesome. And I thought that was pretty cool, because I'm like, how am I gonna hold that big old thing and keep it steady and get the hole in the wall nice and clean? That is what this is for. So I'm glad this is there. Makes everything nice and easy for the most part. Now, it's funny because, yeah, I'm a chick, and I don't do stuff like this. Girls don't do stuff like this, so I have to learn as I go. And for the longest, I was trying to figure out, what the hell is this? And I thought it was some contraption to help make the cord more organized. Come to find out, when I went to Lowe's, that it is a key. So the guy's like, hey, where's the key that comes with it? And I was like, what key? Ain't no key come with it. He was like, it's a metal key. I said, oh, you mean a little heavy thing on the end of the cord? And he's like, yes. And he went like this, put it in this little hole here, and it lines up with the little ridges here, and you're able to turn it to do stuff. And I thought that was so cool. I would have never in a million years figured that. Well, I probably would have figured it out eventually, but it would have definitely took me a while before that was even noticeable to me. Because I thought it was to organize the cord and make it not be everywhere. But I'm super excited to use that to make myself feel like I am doing something. I'm really excited. I have never done a project like this before, so hopefully it's not a huge fail. So this here is all the stuff that Ring gave you, and you have to download their app so you can set up this. But before you can set up anything, this comes separate. It comes with a silver and a black one. I prefer the black. It's more sleek and nice and not so showy. The silver is like, hey, I have a ring at my house, come snatch it off the wall. No, I don't want that. I want something that's going to be all one color and try to blend as much as possible. And this is the battery. You press this button down, it drops out, and it comes with an orange charger. You attach it here at the bottom, and you have to have your own back piece or base to put the USB part in to charge this overnight. I don't know how many hours it took, but it was definitely, I just left it overnight because I didn't have time to even pay attention to that. So once it is fully charged, you look and see which end the part with the gold piece goes up inside of the ring. As you can see, once you see the lights, you're good to go. And on the battery also, when there's two lights, it's charging. When there's one light, it's done charging. That's how you know it's done charging. And you unplug it, you put it in, and now it's all ready to go. Now, while you're installing, you do not want to add this piece. You're going to add this at the end. And when you're done at the end, there's this piece here. You put the piece on, you screw this into the bottom. They give you two, I guess, for extra if you lose one, I don't know. Or if, you know, someone steals it or something, I don't know. But it's only one hole, unless there's another hole somewhere else that I need to put this. I'm pretty sure it's just an extra. You would screw this and you're able to reattach it and, you know, take it on and off with the screw just so that you can recharge this battery. I'm not too sure how long this battery lasts, but it's rechargeable. There's no hard wire over here. I'm not no electrician or nobody, and we wasn't about to pay anybody for it, so we'll do the recharging. What we will do is buy an extra battery so that one will be charged when it's time to charge this one. We'll take it out and just switch it out, so it's a good exchange and not constantly feeling like you have to charge it, wait, it's not working for a while because it's too busy charging, and then put it back once it's charged, which just seems like a hassle. You want it to be working at all times. Now, you set it up on the app. It's a few steps, super easy, I promise. I wish I would have thought about this beforehand, because then I would have just done an unboxing and shown every single step. But that's okay, it's fine. You live and you learn. Okay, so now I have my own switchable, no flathead, but it's pretty cool. It has two pieces. Not too sure where I'm gonna use that one, but two ends, courtesy of Ring. Pretty nice. I love that. And like I said, this is not gonna be good for the concrete. Probably like wood for sure, but not concrete or brick. You're gonna be out of luck. I have a bunch of these because we bought two rings, so I can't remember which one is for which, but I'm pretty sure this one was for the outside one because they're longer too. Now, these are just some screws. I'm not too sure. It was for the mounting on the inside for the camera we have inside, but yeah, I don't think I'll even need this, but this I'm going to use. We have some short screws, we have some long screws, and basically this piece is the piece you are going to put into the wall. They give you 4 so that if you're just going to use this alone, there's 4 pieces that you will need to screw into the wall. I am not using that. They give us 2 mounts. One that is slanted, so it's slanted downward a little bit so it doesn't catch the traffic that's on the road in front of your home, just the people who walk up to the door. So this is what I wanted to use. Now, if it was in a corner, there's another one that has it's raised on the side, not at the top, just on the side, just so that it gives you that angle so you can see better when people come up to your door if your doorbell is in a weird spot. But this is what we're gonna use because we're not gonna have that issue. We just want it to not catch the traffic and just have a little bit more space. This piece, we're gonna only need 2, and then you just screw it once you drill into the wall. You're gonna put these pieces into the holes in the wall, and then you're gonna put the mount on there, and you're going to screw through here until it is mounted. And it's gonna actually be mounted this way so that when you put this, once it's mounted, this piece is gonna come on here, and then we'll have 4 screws to put here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Then you will click on the top, screw in the bottom, finito. The only thing that has been stopping me from doing this whole process is not having the proper tools for drilling into concrete outside, or if you have brick or stucco or whatever. So this has literally been the only thing stopping me because I'm pretty handy when it comes to this stuff, and I love doing stuff like this because I don't get to do it all the time. If it was an all the time thing, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna want to do it. I'm gonna be like, ugh, hard labor. I'm a girl, I don't like to work with my hands like that. I do hair, so that's working with your hands, but this hardcore stuff that I can get hurt, no. I'm not worried about this. It's super easy. How hard is it gonna be for me to drill 2 holes? Let's be honest. So I have this bad boy for when to see if it'll work or not, and then I have the big boy for if this fails. And come hell or high water, after 3 tries, this is my 3rd try, I didn't want to mess with the wall, so I didn't want to continue to use this and it not work, so I went out and bought stuff, and then it's just been this process over and over again. But I finally got my act together, and I figured out, I learned a lot of stuff. I feel like I'm a construction worker. And we're gonna get this done today, come hell or high water, period, okay? So get handy with me. I'm excited. I'm super, super excited. I don't know how to act. Now, one thing I must say, I'm a little disappointed. I am missing, oh, well, actually, because none of these, well, this one has 4, this one has 3, and this one has 2. Now, I only need 2 for the wall, so I'm assuming this one goes with this mounting plate. Now, the other mounting plate that I have can get away with 3, so maybe that's what that bag is for, but I don't know. I'm not too sure, but I'm not going to be using this. This is the one I was telling you about. It's raised on the side, so to give you that angle so you can see better at the door if your door or your doorbell is at a weird angle. So, and also this is a level. This level is going to help you figure out if your ring is leveled and is straight, because you don't want to install it and it's like sideways or slightly off, because that's going to be annoying to look at when you get video. You want it to be completely straight and leveled. So this level will help you to figure that out. You just stick this little piece here into here, and it sits, and you're able to know if it's straight or not, because as you can see, the liquid moves, and once the bubble is in the middle, it's in the middle and it's nice and leveled. So we're gonna be able to do all that stuff today. I'm super excited. This is my first real do-it-yourself video, and I'm gonna have fun while doing it. And I hope this is helpful, because every single ring video that I have found on YouTube has not been this thorough, and it's a little frustrating because it's like, well, how'd you do that? Okay, what'd you use to do that? something has been missing from every single video I have watched. And at some point I was just like, let's just get somebody to install it and call it a day. But I didn't want to give up, so we're gonna do it ourselves literally today. So I hope this helps someone. Let's get started. All right, so let's get drilling, honey. So we have the mount right here that was given by Ring. I put 2 holes using a permanent marker so that it would line up perfectly, because that matters. And I'm starting to drill, but that's the one that I bought, the cordless, and I was not impressed with what was happening. So I was like, let's try it again. Nothing really happened, not much. It just kind of poked a hole in the wall. So that lets me know that that's going to take way longer than I would like it to. But that was me trying the drill bit that Ring gave me. So now I'm going to use the concrete drill bit that I have to see if that makes a difference using the same drill. But it looks as though I was just like, forget it, and went straight to the hammer drill. I got really annoyed, and I was like, forget this, let's just go straight into the hammer drill, because I know that's gonna get the job done for sure. So I started off with a smaller bit than the one that was given to me, because I just really wanted to be very precise in the hole that I did, and I know if it was already too big or the exact size of the piece that needed to go in, and I made it in the wrong spot, then it would just throw off the whole thing. So I started with something smaller so I can make a more precise hole, and then I'm gonna go in with the exact size for this little white piece for the screw, because the screw can't just go on the wall. It's not gonna stay like you would think. So they give you this little white adapter thing. I'm not too sure what it's called. That's the best way that I can explain it. And you just have to keep your hand really super steady. All I did with that little piece, like I said in the beginning of the video, is to see how far into the wall that I want to go in. So once I drill in and it reaches the little black piece on the side, that lets me know, okay, it's time to stop drilling. As you can see, I'm feeling myself because I made my first hole. Pretty awesome. You can see all the dust. So I am going to go in with the bigger piece, I believe, so that I can make the exact size hole that is needed. So now, as you can see, I'm lining it up with how far I want to go in, and I am drilling the hole. Now I'm able to, I was trying to see if the size fit, which it didn't. So I, of course, need the bigger piece, and I'm using the key on the end of the hammer drill to twist on the side so that it would loosen up so I can take the drill bit out and then put a new drill bit in. And now I am going to twist to tighten. And once it's tight, then I'll be able to continue with the project. So now I'm going in with the exact size bit that Ring gave me but with the concrete bit that I bought the same size. So now that I've done it, I can put the little adapter piece in it, and I can't find my hammer, so improvise. That's a beautiful shoe. Don't judge me, okay? Like I said, I couldn't find my hammer, so you gotta make do with what you have. So now I'm just double checking with the mount to make sure the holes line up, which they do. So I have to make sure it's on point when I put it in so that it does not get messed up. I put the little level piece that I showed you in the beginning of the video, the little orange piece with the liquid inside. The bubble has to line up in between the two lines. Once it's right in the middle, that means that the level is on point, it's completely straight. So my lines are all lined up. I just have to make sure the holes that I'm making are also lined up. So again, I'm going in, I'm taking out the bigger bit, I'm gonna put back in the smaller bit so that I can do the same thing that I did at the first hole to the second hole. Drilling in with the smaller bit so that I can go in with the bigger bit so that my hole is precise. So now it's tightened, and again, I'm making sure everything lines up with how deep I'm going into the wall. And drill away. Gotta keep a very steady hand so that you're not doing too much damage to your wall. Maybe a nice cleanup once maybe you move or something. It'll be an easy thing to patch up later on if you need to. So now I'm taking out the small bit again, putting in the larger bit to make that hole bigger. And it's easier because once that bigger bit goes through that smaller hole, it's easier to drill because there's already a hole. So it just goes right in. As you can see, I'm feeling myself, you know, Mrs. Bob the Builder over here. My fancy schmancy hammer. And I'm just getting rid of the excess around the holes, and I'm getting my tool out from Rhone for the screws, a little handy dandy screwdriver, and I'm using the screwdriver to put in the two screws, but I have to make sure this lines up well also, so I'll be using the little orange leveler thingy-majiggy. And I will be screwing in the screws as best as I can. And as I'm trying to level here, I noticed that I was off just a little bit with one of the holes, but it's not too off, just a little bit, but it's still straight enough. I give myself a 95% with the holes because it was not on point, but it was close enough. That was as good as it was gonna get for my first try. So I'm proud of what I did on my first try. So as I'm screwing, I realized, okay, the first screw's good, but it's off at the bottom. That bottom screw is slightly off, so it's gonna have to slightly be off just a little bit, just to fit the hole. As you can see at the bottom, it's a little bit covered up, but it's okay. Tightening it as much as I can. And now we have to find a way to shimmy that next screw in, because again, I say it's off a little bit, but it's not to the point where it's like, okay, this isn't gonna work, I'm gonna have to start over from square one, unscrew that and figure out where I went wrong or do better, improve it, whatever. And if you do mess up, you can just there's enough space where you can make a second hole underneath and then use that hole instead. You do what you gotta do out here in these streets. Whatever works, you know? So I'm tightening it in, and it looks pretty straight to the naked eye. It's slightly off, as you can see the little bubble is slightly off to the left, but that's okay, no big deal. I'm gonna make it work. So now with the plate off, now I chose the black, I think I chose the black plate. I didn't want to use the silver because it's too flashy. I feel like it's like too much going on, like, hey, I have a ring over here, can damage it or something, I don't know. So I'm screwing in the 4 holes that connect to the mount that I've already screwed to the wall. So I'm using the same screwdriver. There's 2 holes right at the top, that top hole where I just put the screw at. It's better to put it onto the screwdriver and then push it in and then start to screw it in, because sometimes they fall off, like what just happened. So that's the top piece, and then there's one on the bottom, and there's 2 on both sides. So you have to screw that in, and once that is done, you'll be able to put the face plate on for the ring. I am happy because it is successful putting the face plate on. And the 2 screws go at the bottom to keep the face plate in, so nobody can just walk up, snatch it off, and take out the battery. Because you will have to, unless you hardwire, you will have to recharge your battery. Or if your door is in direct sunlight, you can use a solar panel to keep it charged. But I will be recharging my battery because I do not have that option. So I flipped the next side of the screwdriver that I didn't know what it was or what it's for. I realized it's for that screw because it has a special screwdriver, so nobody can't just go in their toolbox, bring it to your home, and unscrew it at the bottom and hamper with it, you know? So they won't be able to tamper with it because it's a different type of screwdriver unless they have a ring of their own. I don't know. But this prevents your typical thief from being able to walk up and just snatching the battery out so that you're not able to see anything. So we're all done and I am satisfied. Everything looks good. Let's see how it looks. Nice and straight. You can see what's going on in front of the house, who's at the door. Perfect.